Don't pay more than you have to for flooring. Call Lumber Liquidators now. We even offer installation and financing. Visit your local Lumber Liquidators or call right now for your free catalog. 1-877-219-8768. That's 1-877-219-8768. 1-877-219-8768.
Everybody's talking at me.
My guest, Barbara Prescott. She is the author of My Heart Got Married, and she does individual pre-marriage, marriage counseling, seminars. Also, you work with your husband, right? And you guys have a consulting firm?
Yeah, we do. Actually, it's sometimes this can be a strain on your marriage, but we do pretty well with it.
Well, here's my the personal question. You don't have to answer me if you don't want to, Barbara. But
okay.
Do you tape his conversations when he calls you?
No, I don't. But you were talking before the break about Oksana and the difference in their demeanor, and I think I've listened to those too. Obviously she had the luxury of knowing that she was taping, and she may have. I mean, I don't know so much whether they were doctored, but it was obviously. She was trying to set up a scenario whereby she could gain some evidence that he was losing control, so she could have been very well coached. I mean, she may have an attorney and a therapist that tells her don't elevate when someone who is being abusive elevates, because that's really the last thing you want to do is to get as elevated in your emotions as someone being verbally abusive. She may be on medication. She may... he's hit her, I guess. I did hear that or read that those pictures were deemed to be fairly authentic. So there could be a lot of explanations to the difference in their demeanor. I think the important thing to know just in general, because not everybody's a Mel Gibson, but there are many cases of abuse, is that it's very dangerous to think about looking at someone as goading someone into losing their temper. Now, we all lose our temper, but when you have a pattern of verbal abuse, you may say something that sets that abuser off, but you really don't cause that abuser to resort to that kind of over-the-top
and she,
language.
She might want him to go over the top because she's thinking, all right, I'm recording these conversations and I'm playing my part perfectly and I'm going after the big Mel bucks right there.
And she might say, she's anxious for the whole world to hear what she's been hearing. We don't know. There's a lot we don't know, but in most everyday situations, sometimes verbal abusers are narcissistic. They're very charming publicly, and the rest of the world would be shocked to know what happens behind closed doors.
So if these ladies in this audience think they may have a slight case of Mel Gibson surrounding them, what's your advice? Get out as quick as you can, give them another chance. How many chances do you give them?
Well, my advice is there's only one time that anybody would hit you. That would be it. But typically, beyond that, there are many things that usually happen before that. You might get shoved. You might get... really someone be in your face. These are danger signals that are very difficult to deal with. And it depends. If you're not married, for goodness sake, hopefully you're not heart married and you just ignore that. Get out of it. It's not going to be a good relationship. Many times the abuser will try to make the other person feel that
guilty.
They're causing it. And so that person tries to make the relationship better. Not going to work.
Well, Barbara, I'll tell you, the police, they've got the tapes, they've got all the information, and no arrests. So there might be something that we don't know about. I mean, normally if it's, abuse, they jump in there right away and put somebody in jail. So I guess we're going to have to see what happens. The best thing to do is go to your website, right? Get the book, myheartgotmarried.com.
Absolutely. And we have a blog. If you want to talk about, the viewers want to talk about either of these issues, I'd be happy to do that.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. We'll do it again. Barbara Prescott, Thank you. Coming up next, Lloyd Marcus. He's the author of Confessions of a Black Conservative. We're going to talk about the NAACP resolution against the Tea Party. Connie Hare, talk about the White House is throwing Democrats under the bus. What? Say it ain't so, Joe Wilson. Yes, it is. We'll be right back.
Saving money is all the rage these days. Kind of the in thing to do, like growing a beard. Well, here's a tip for you. You could save hundreds on your car insurance by switching to Geico. And then you could look all